It is currently 10:18. Today is Saturday, September 15th, 2018. Good morning, my friends. Today is Saturday. The end of the work week was yesterday. The end of the full week is tomorrow. We are in the middle of two ends. Today we are in the day of the law, the day of knowledge, the day of leading, the day of Saturn, as Greeks and Romans thought, one of the greatest and most powerful of the Roman and Greek gods. But let us look at a different way as well. On the screen, as you see, as I do every Saturday, for those who aren't here, who may be just watching for the first time, I try to make a habit on Saturday to do a rosary. And I know the rosary has a lot of connotation with a lot of cultures of, oh, it's a Catholic thing. Well, it is, but there were a lot of people who remade it and retooled it for their faith specifically, and my family was no different. It was a means of how we could keep traditions alive while seeming to adhere to new ideals, as well as taking new ideals and translating them into our traditions. Something my family did, something I've done, something everyone does ultimately. To honor the traditions of old and find ways to combine them with your own traditions without disrespecting what they were before. But that's neither here nor there. The specific rosary we're doing today, I'm using is going to be one to the spirits of air. Reason for that is afterwards, on my own personal time, I'm going to afterwards follow through with a direct rosary to Thoth, I'm using my Thoth rosary, and we'll work from there. So let us grab this. Son of a gun. Get up. Get right there. Sorry, tablet just messed up. But come on. There you go. Let us start with the initial prayer. So for those who've never used a rosary before, I shall guide you through the steps. The first prayer is always done on the actual primary symbol, which is on the bottom. Effectively, the main talisman that is dedicated to a specific deity or spirit. Through air, clarity is founded. Through clarity, wisdom and knowledge can be obtained. I seek to find the spirit of air, so forth to form a bridge to be guided to the spirit of clarity and spirit of wisdom. The free-flowing and ever-expanding, the traveling, the spirit which governs the waves, the sandstorms, the blazing flame, and signals the coming storm. O spirit of air, I seek your presence in this world. So after that, we're going to do a quick one part, and then we're going to do effectively a small decade, as you could call it. That's what the Catholics would call it. I call it a cycle. But we're going to do a small cycle of 3 prayers, and then we shall continue from there. Specifically, as I'm doing this, I want you guys to meditate and focus on what the presence of the spirit of air is and how it connects to all these other spirits. So I'm going to go to the first metal bead, which signifies start of a cycle or a decade. Ancestral gods who bestowed our world, revered are thy names. Thy bodies are ours, thy symbols are ours, of substance and of shadow. Grant us this day wisdom from before, as we honor your legacy. And when we stray, help us to learn to be worthy of your inheritance. Hail, spirits full of life, honored are thee. Blessed are those who honor your soul, and blessed lies your spirit. Ancient power, ancestors of all, inspire our spirits now in our hours of need. Hail, spirits full of life, honored are thee. Blessed are those who honor your soul, and blessed alive your presence. Ancient powers, ancestors of all, inspire our spirits now in our hours of need. Hail, spirits full of life, honored are thee. Blessed are those who honor your soul, and blessed alive your presence. Ancient powers, ancestors of all, inspire our spirits now in our hours of need. So I've just done the three. Now we're going to go to the gap between the third, the fourth being the fifth of the bottom part. And this is what I specifically say for these meditations. Glory be to the gods, the goddesses, and the spirits, those who came before, who come with, and will come after, life from life. And now we are on the first of the 5 beads that represent the cycles for the 5 senses, the 5 means. First is going to be the first means of finding the presence of air in the world around us, through vision. To see the presence of the air is to see the waves of the ocean, the dust clouds of the land. To see the trees, the temples, move and be carried upon the air's guiding hand. Okay, now we're going to move forward for the next, or to the gap between it. Ancestral gods who bestowed our world, revered are thy names. Thy bodies are ours, thy symbols are ours, of substance and of shadow. Grant us this day wisdom from before, as we honor your legacy. And when we stray, help us to learn to be worthy of your inheritance. Okay, so we're going to skip the charm here and go to the beads. Hail, spirits full of life, honored are thee. Blessed are those who honor your soul, and blessed alive your presence. Ancient powers, ancestors of all, inspire our spirits now in our hours of need. I'm going to do these 10, and as I'm doing this, I want you to visualize yourself sitting there in a gentle field. It could be a desert field if you wish, or it could be even a beach. I want you to visualize the oceans, waves moving, picking up from small ripples, becoming large waves and crashing down. I want you to see that movement. I want you to see the wind picking up the sand, spinning it and turning it into a storm. I want you to see the trees sitting there as the branches move and swirl back and forth. I want you to see all the movement around you in the world and focus on that as I recite these 10 prayers. Hail, spirits full of life, honored are thee. Blessed are those who honor your soul, and blessed the life of your spirit. Ancient powers, ancestors of all, inspire our spirits now in our hours of need. Hail, spirits full of life, honored are thee. Blessed are those who honor your soul, and blessed the life of your presence. Ancient powers, ancestors of all, inspire our spirits now in our hours of need. Hail, spirits full of life, honored are thee. Blessed are those who honor your soul, and blessed the life of your presence. Ancient powers, ancestors of all, inspire our spirits now in our hours of need. Hail, spirits full of life, honored are thee. Blessed are those who honor your soul, and blessed the life of your presence. Ancient powers, ancestors of all, inspire our spirits now in our hours of need. Hail, spirits full of life, honored are thee. Blessed are those who honor your soul, and blessed the life of your presence. Ancient powers, ancestors of all, inspire our spirits now in our hours of need. Hail, spirits full of life, honored are thee. Blessed are those who honor your soul, and blessed the life of your presence. Ancient powers, ancestors of all, inspire our spirits now in our hours of need. Hail, spirits full of life, honored are thee. Blessed are those who honor your soul, and blessed the life of your presence. Ancient powers, ancestors of all, inspire our spirits now in our hours of need. Hail, spirits full of life, honored are thee. Blessed are those who honor your soul, and blessed the life of your presence. Ancient powers, ancestors of all, inspire our spirits now in our hours of need. Hail, spirits full of life, honored are thee. Blessed are those who honor your soul, and blessed the life of your presence. Ancient powers, ancestors of all, inspire our spirits now in our hours of need. Glory be to the gods, the goddesses, and the spirits, those who came before, who come with, and will come after, life from life. So I've just finished the first means. Now let us move on to the second. For hearing. To hear the presence of the air is to hear the waves of the ocean, the dust clouds of the land. To hear the leaves rustle, the chimes, move and be carried upon the air's guiding hand. Ancestral gods who bestowed our world, revered are thy names. Thy bodies are ours, thy symbols are ours, of substance and of shadow. Grant us this day wisdom from before, so may honor your legacy. And when we stray, help us to learn to be worthy of your inheritance. As I go through the next 10, I would like all of you to visualize once again where you're at, but I want you, as well as you're seeing the movement of the waves from the small ripples up to large waves, the small dust to the great sandstorm, the rustling of the trees, even the temple sitting afar that has the chimes around it. I want you to visualize the sounds they're all making. The roar of the wind, or the roar of the waves, the brushing of the sand, the rustling of the trees and the leaves, the ringing of the chimes. I want you to visualize all that as I go through this next part. Hail, spirits full of life, honored are thee. Blessed are those who honor your soul, and blessed alive your spirit. Ancient powers, ancestors of all, inspire our spirits now in our hours of need. Hail, spirits full of life, honored are thee. Blessed are those who honor your soul, and blessed alive your presence. Ancient powers, ancestors of all, inspire our spirits now in our hours of need. Hail, spirits full of life, honored are thee. Blessed are those who honor your soul, and blessed alive your presence. Ancient powers, ancestors of all, inspire our spirits now in our hours of need. Hail, spirits full of life, honored are thee. Blessed are those who honor your soul, and blessed alive your presence. Ancient powers, ancestors of all, inspire our spirits now in our hours of need. Hail, spirits full of life, honored are thee. Blessed are those who honor your soul, and blessed alive your presence. Ancient powers, ancestors of all, inspire our spirits now in our hours of need. Hail, spirits full of life, honored are thee. Blessed are those who honor your soul, and blessed alive your presence. Ancient powers, ancestors of all, inspire our spirits now in our hours of need. Hail, spirits full of life, honored are thee. Blessed are those who honor your soul, and blessed alive your presence. Ancient powers, ancestors of all, inspire our spirits now in our hours of need. Hail, spirits full of life, honored are thee. Blessed are those who honor your soul, and blessed alive your presence. Ancient powers, ancestors of all, inspire our spirits now in our hours of need. Hail, spirits full of life, honored are thee. Blessed are those who honor your soul, and blessed alive your presence. Ancient powers, ancestors of all, inspire our spirits now in our hours of need. Hail, spirits full of life, honored are thee. Blessed are those who honor your soul, and blessed alive your presence. Ancient powers, ancestors of all, inspire our spirits now in our hours of need. Glory be to the gods, the goddesses, and the spirits, those who came before, who come with, and will come after, life from life. Now we are on to the third means, to feel. To feel the presence of the air is to feel the waves of the ocean, the dust clouds of the land. To feel the gusts, the very guiding hand of air itself. So for this next set of 10, I want you, as you are seeing the waves, the sand, the chimes, the trees, feel it, and hearing it all, I want you to feel the gentle caress of the wind itself on your side. Feel it wrapping you in a veil, protecting you from the world around. I want you to feel the air gently flowing with your flesh. Ancestral gods who bestowed our world, revered are thy names. Thy bodies are ours, thy symbols are ours, of substance and of shadow. Grant us this day wisdom from before, as we honor your legacy. And when we stray, help us to learn to be worthy of your inheritance. Hail, spirits full of life, honored are thee. Blessed are those who honor your soul, and blessed the light of your presence. Ancient powers, ancestors of all, inspire our spirits now in our hours of need. Hail, spirits full of life, honored are thee. Blessed are those who honor your soul, and blessed the light of your presence. Ancient powers, ancestors of all, inspire our spirits now in our hours of need. Hail, spirits full of life, honored are thee. Blessed are those who honor your soul, and blessed the light of your presence. Ancient powers, ancestors of all, inspire our spirits now in our hours of need. Hail, spirits full of life, honored are thee. Blessed are those who honor your soul, and blessed the light of your presence. Ancient powers, ancestors of all, inspire our spirits now in our hours of need. Hail, spirits full of life, honored are thee. Blessed are those who honor your soul, and blessed the light of your presence. Ancient powers, ancestors of all, inspire our spirits now in our hours of need. Hail, spirits full of life, honored are thee. Blessed are those who honor your soul, and blessed the light of your presence. Ancient powers, ancestors of all, inspire our spirits now in our hours of need. Hail, spirits full of life, honored are thee. Blessed are those who honor your soul, and blessed the light of your spirit. Ancient powers, ancestors of all, inspire our spirits now in our hours of need. Hail, spirits full of life, honored are thee. Blessed are those who honor your soul, and blessed the light of your presence. Ancient spirits, ancestors of all, inspire our spirits now in our hours of need. Hail, spirits full of life, honored are thee. Blessed are those who honor your soul, and blessed the light of your presence. Ancient powers, ancestors of all, inspire our spirits now in our hours of need. Hail, spirits full of life, honored are thee. Blessed are those who honor your soul, and blessed the light of your presence. Ancient powers, ancestors of all, inspire our spirits now in our hours of need. Glory be to the gods, the goddesses, and the spirits, those who came before, who come with, and will come after, life from life. The fourth means of finding the spirits of the air. So for this one, I want you guys to be visualizing everything. But as I do this, I want you just to feel a bit of smoke, but also a bit of smoke just nearby, coming from something else. To smell the presence of the air is to smell the waves of the ocean, the dust clouds of the land. To smell the smoke, the dust, carried upon the air's guiding hand. So, once again, I want you to see the waves, see the cloud, the dust, see the trees, see the temple, to hear it, to feel it. Now I want you to smell what is coming from it all. Smell the dust as it rises to the air. Smell the salt of the ocean water. Smell the fire of the incense in the temple. Smell the life within that comes from the tree, the oil of the tree. I want you to smell that fully as I go through this next cycle. Ancestral gods who endowed our world, revered are thy names. Thy bodies are ours, thy symbols are ours, of substance and of shadow. Grant us this day wisdom from before as we honor your legacy. And when we stray, help us to learn to be worthy of your inheritance. Hail, spirits full of life, honored are thee. Blessed are those who honor your soul, and blessed the light of your presence. Ancient powers, ancestors of all, inspire our spirits now in our hours of need. Hail, spirits full of life, honored are thee. Blessed are those who honor your soul, and blessed the light of your presence. Ancient powers, ancestors of all, inspire our spirits now in our hours of need. Hail, spirits full of life, honored are thee. Blessed are those who honor your soul, and blessed the light of your presence. Ancient powers, ancestors of all, inspire our spirits now in our hours of need. Hail, spirits full of life, honored are thee. Blessed are those who honor your soul, and blessed the light of your spirit. Ancient powers, ancestors of all, inspire our spirits now in our hours of need. Hail, spirits full of life, honored are thee. Blessed are those who honor your soul, and blessed the light of your presence. Ancient powers, ancestors of all, inspire our spirits now in our hours of need. Hail, spirits full of life, honored are thee. Blessed are those who honor your soul, and blessed are the light of your presence. Ancient powers, ancestors of all, inspire us, now in hours of need. Hail, spirits full of life, honored are thee. Blessed are those who honor your soul, and blessed are the light of your spirit. Ancient powers, ancestors of all, inspire us, now in hours of need. Hail, spirits full of life, honored are thee. Blessed are those who honor your soul, and blessed the light of your presence. Ancient powers, ancestors of all, inspire us, now in hours of need. Hail, spirits full of life, honored are thee. Blessed are those who honor your soul, and blessed the light of your presence. Ancient powers, ancestors of all, inspire us, now in hours of need. Hail, spirits full of life, honored are thee. Blessed are those who honor your soul, and blessed the light of your presence. Ancient powers, ancestors of all, inspire us, now in hours of need. Glory be to the gods, the goddesses, and the spirits, those who came before, come with, and will come after, life from life. And now we are on the final means. To taste this presence of the air is to eat of any food, from the ocean, from the land. To taste what they become due to the life-giving and life-guiding hand of air. For this last one, I want you to visualize everything that we have discussed before. To see the waves, to hear the waves, to feel and smell. Same for the dust, for the temple, for the tree. But I want you to visualize and realize that you've been focusing on all this, meditating on all this, preparing yourself to partake of a simple meal before your feet. To eat of a small meal that came from fish of the land, fish of the ocean, bread of the land. Just meditate in the simplicity of life before you and realize where it came from, what it came from, and what is surrounding you as you partake of it. Ancestral gods who bestowed our world, revered are thy name. Thy bodies are ours, thy symbols are ours, of substance and of shadow. Grant us this day wisdom from before as we honor your legacy, and when we stray, help us to learn to be worthy of your inheritance. Hail, spirits full of life, honored are thee. Blessed are those who honor your soul, and blessed the light of your presence. Ancient powers, ancestors of all, inspire spirits now in hours of need. Hail, spirits full of life, honored are thee. Blessed are those who honor your soul, and bless the light of your spirit presence. Ancient powers, ancestors of all, inspire spirits now in hours of need. Hail, spirits full of life, honored are thee. Blessed are those who honor your soul, and bless the light of your presence. Ancient powers, ancestors of all, inspire spirits now in hours of need. Hail, spirits full of life, honored are thee. Blessed are those who honor your soul, and bless the light of your presence. Ancient powers, ancestors of all, inspire spirits now in hours of need. Hail, spirits full of life, honored are thee. Blessed are those who honor your soul, and bless the light of your presence. Ancient powers, ancestors of all, inspire spirits now in hours of need. Hail, spirits full of life, honored are thee. Blessed are those who honor your soul, and bless the light of your presence. Ancient powers, ancestors of all, inspire spirits now in hours of need. Hail, spirits full of life, honored are thee. Blessed are those who honor your soul, and blessed the light of your presence. Ancient powers, ancestors of all, inspire spirits now in hours of need. Hail, spirits full of life, honored are thee. Blessed are those who honor your soul, and bless the light of your presence. Ancient powers, ancestors of all, inspire spirits now in hours of need. Hail, spirits full of life, honored are thee. Blessed are those who honor your soul, and bless the light of your presence. Ancient powers, ancestors of all, inspire spirits now in hours of need. Hail, spirits full of life, honored are thee. Blessed are those who honor your soul, and bless the light of your presence. Ancient powers, ancestors of all, inspire spirits now in hours of need. I am now on the final piece, the final charm. We have together done a small journey visualizing the world around us, to visualize the air of the world. Now it's time for us to complete the circle, complete the cycle, and end the prayer. Through air, I seek guidance and unity. Through guidance and unity, I find clarity. Through clarity, I find wisdom. Through wisdom, I find freedom. Seeing the hand of air before me, I can now walk hand in hand on the next step of my own journey. I sought you, and you answered my call. For that I thank you, and I honor you, O Spirit of the air. I won't lie, I could just sit here for hours. Because as I sit here, my thumb on this charm, fully visualizing and feeling the spirit of air wrapped around me, I could just sit here for hours connected to it, learning from it, understanding it. So let us just take a few minutes and just focus. Alright, it is done. I thank all of you for joining me today for this rosary. May we carry with us the hand of air, the spirit of air as we walk through our day. Remember this feeling of freedom, of clarity, and allow it to help us promote ourselves onto a journey to further understand. I shall see you guys later this evening for the discussion. So I wish for now that all of you have a blessed day.